Today I am going to explain the Cisco packet flow in Cisco ASA firewall. Okay, let's suppose this is my Cisco ASA firewall. Okay, this is my inside network. This is my outside network. Okay, so when Cisco ASA firewall receives the packet, okay, so basically he put this packet into the ingress process. I have created one document for you guys. Okay, so basically I categorize packet flow of Cisco ASA in four categories. First one is ingress process, then second one is connection setup state, third one is fast path processing, and the last one is egress process. Okay, so when Cisco ASA receives the packet, so ingress process is started. Okay, so as soon as he receives the packet, so he put this packet into the interface buffer and increase the interface counter by 1. After that, he run the CRC checks on the headers to find out the errors in headers. Okay, if he find out there is a header errors, then he discard this packet. Okay, what happens sometimes we also receives the fragmented packets. So for that packet we need to do the IP reassembly. Okay, so that task also done by the firewall in the ingress process. Okay, now in the next check, what happens in Cisco ASA firewall, we have lots of IPsec tunnels and the SSL VPN tunnels, right? So if this traffic is related to IPsec VPN or SSL VPN, in you know that in SSL VPN or IPsec VPN we define the traffic inside in the tunnel, right? So if this traffic is related if this traffic related to VPN tunnel, then basically for that we apply the decryption and hashing and find out the new IP header. Okay. After getting the new IP header, we again put this packet into the step 1. Okay. And oh, in step 1, all these kind of checks applied on that packet. After that, we go for the connection table. Okay. So in connection table, what happens? We perform the lookup. If this traffic already has a connection, then we bypass the connection setup state and we provide the fast processing. Let's suppose we receive a let's suppose this is a new connection. Okay, so now connection setup state is started. Okay, so in connection setup state, first check which is the routing table lookup or policy based forwarding lookup. If we are using policy based forwarding, so first ASA do the lookup on PVF table. After that, he do the lookup on the routing table, and he find and by by looking these routes, he get the egress interface. Okay. Now moving forward, Cisco ASA go for the XLAT table checks. Okay. So in XLAT tables, basically he evaluate the net rules. Okay. And if that evaluated net rule is a destination net rule, then ASA performs lookup on routing table again for translated address to get the egress interface. Means because if it's a destination net, then our destination will change, right? So we need to do the lookup on routing table once again. Okay. And if or also one more thing, if it's a source net, then he just move forward. Okay, and let's see, here I mentioned he evaluated the net rule only. He not applied, ASA not applied that any net. Okay, here he just evaluate that net rule. He do not apply any net translation. Okay, at this point. Now in next check he do the ACL lookup. Okay, so in ACL generally we define that permit or deny traffic, right? If ACL is permitting this traffic, then basically ASA create a connection for that traffic and update the timers and put this entry of this traffic into the connection table. Okay. So in connection table, basically ASA has a information like source IP, destination IP, source port, destination port, and protocols. Okay. And you also know that timers for TCP connection is 1 hour, for UDP 2 minute, and ICMP 2 seconds. Okay. So he update the timers according to that. He also update the state, right? What happens? See if it's existing connection. Okay. So like our TCP handshake is completed, and we put this put this session idle for 30 minutes, right? After 30 minutes we again initiate the new traffic. So he again basically he will update the timers and update the states again. Okay. So fast path process basically started for the existing connection. Okay. So when we receives a packet which has the connection which is existing in the connection table, so basically ASA provide the fast path processing for that. Okay. Fast path processing, basically he go that Cisco ASA do the deep packet inspection. Okay. So in deep packet inspection we have a modular policy framework, right? We can compare class and policy map. So that kind of thing. Basically deep packet inspection for layer 7. Okay. And if we are using CSC module, content security module, that time also that is also applied in this point. It's in step 7. Okay. Now in step 8, what happens? He applied that net rule. Okay, with that packet, that evaluated net rule. Okay. So basically net translation happens in step 8. Okay. Now in the next step if we are using IPS module or AMP module. Okay. So now Cisco ASA basically send this traffic to IPS module and AMP module and take the action according to the policies which we have in IPS or AMP. Okay. After that egress process will start. Okay. So in egress process we have a L3 processing. Okay. In L3 processing, what happens? L3 header is created, right? Because source and destination will change now. So for that, he create the new header and put the source information, destination information. Okay. If he find out this is a traffic to VPN, then he apply the the encryption and hashing mechanism on that traffic. Okay. Now L2 processing happens. So in L2 processing, he create the L2 header of frames, and here also MAC resolution happens on the basis of ARP. Okay. Now the Cisco ASA send out this traffic from the exit interface. So that is the packet flow in Cisco ASA firewall. Here I also have a one grammatical information. Okay. That graphical information. Okay. So like when we have an ingress interface, okay, so we receive the packet ingress interface, so we check for existing connection. If no, then create the connection. Okay. So you can also follow this document. Okay. And Cisco ASA, yeah, that document I get from the Cisco website. Okay. So what happened? This document is they not properly explain that packet flow. Okay. If you want, you can follow this one also. Here is a logical packet flow diagram.